Would you please welcome the stars of Babylon, Margot Robbie and Diego Calva. Can you tell that Australia's happy to see you?
It's great. I've been talking Australia up so much to Diego, and everyone's really living up to the hype here, and I'm appreciating it.
There was a lot of talk when we spoke to you last night about getting loose at the premiere. Was it a big night?
It was, and actually, thank you. It's my first time in Australia, and I think I maybe stay for longer.
Made lots of people very happy, Diego.
Now, Margot, one of your friends yelled out Maggot to you on the red carpet.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Please tell me that's your nickname and not just an insult they threw out.
That has been my nickname since I was probably 6 years old or something at school. I think a substitute teacher may have read my name out wrong on the roll call or something and said Maggot, and everyone laughed. And then, it was one of those things that you hope fades away by lunchtime, but here we are, still around.
You can actually never outgrow your... how successful do you have to become?
No, you can't pick a nickname either. It's like you get given it, you don't get to...
Exactly. Diego, were the Australians nicer to you on the red carpet?
No, but I think Margot's brother...
I'm so sorry.
Of course, but Margot's brother, sorry, your brother put me my first nickname, Diego Calva.
He did. My younger brother was emceeing, and he was so nervous, and he checked with me the day before. He's like, I just want to check the pronunciation of everyone's names. Got it right, and then on stage said Diego Calva.
Salva.
Yeah, but that's as far as nicknames go. There could be worse.
Pretty good.
You
could be Maggot.
Yeah, you could be Maggot. Yes.
Can we talk about the movie? Sam and I saw it at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
It is wild.
It's like a tequila shot for breakfast.
yes.
Yeah. How would you even begin to describe a movie like this?
It is so epic. It's such a wild... It's kind of like... obviously, it's a look at Hollywood in the 1920s, but that makes it sound quite boring. and honestly, it's just boring, so decadent and debaucherous, and it's big and wild and epic and just an insane ride and just so much movie and such a sensory overload. But it's a crazy film. It was a crazy experience making it.
Yeah, I love letter to movies, too.
Yeah. It's a cinematic spectacle for sure. Damien Chazelle's a phenomenal filmmaker, but it is. It's like a love letter to cinema written with a poison pen.
It's a whole experience.
Yeah.
There's also I'm not giving anything away here because it's been talked about a lot that the opening 30 minutes is essentially an orgy of some sort, there's a lot going on. It's a real explosion of the sexual senses.
Yes.
Your mum was there last night. She's obviously not the first time she's seen the film, I'm sure. Did she enjoy those bits?
It's always awkward watching an orgy with your mum sitting next to you. Look, that's never a chill experience. But to be honest, after The Wolf of Wall Street, I think my family's, braced at this point for whatever I do. But no, my mum loves the movie. She's like, this is a phenomenal film, and it really is. And actually, I was surprised. A lot of my family were just like, I just didn't want it to end. And I mean, it's a long film. They were like, I could have kept watching that for so long. They got on board. I think they were clutching their pearls at some points, but they were good.
There's a particular moment with you in an ice sculpture that if you haven't seen it yet, just hang out for that.
Let's not remind my mum of that.
Okay, sorry about that.
Get that out of your brain.
It was such a feast for the senses, and I was thinking the whole way through, would this have been as manic to kind of film as it is to watch in this way? And would you need some, downtime to really chill out? And we heard that you bought, is it Pokemon cards on set to sort of... Is that how you zen yourself out when you're...
Them all.
Yeah. I have to catch them all for sure.
You really took that seriously. So really
the problem is, nobody knew how to play Pokemon cards, so I was playing against myself. Hey, it's not sad. It's a very good way to practice.
It obviously speaks to the fact that you both have this great and deep love for film. What's the first film that you watched that made you think, OK, this is what I want to do?
I didn't ever realise it was a feasible career choice being an actor, but I did always love film and watched movies just on repeat and would go to you know, go to Pack Fair and sit on the cinema steps and just watch the trailers. Yeah. Packers, Gold Coast people in the audience. There you go. Okay. Birch, Callow and Coyle. Yep. So I just always loved movies. I just didn't realise I could be an actor. And then I found out one day that someone will pay you to do it. And that was a wonderful revelation.
Diego, how about you? Was there like an actor or a film that you saw and you're like, OK, that's what I'm going to do?
Yeah, maybe not about acting, you know. It takes a while to realize that, okay, I can act and make a living about it. But when I was young, I was watching Peter and the Wolf, the Disney movie.
Yeah.
And that was my first time, like, getting hooked with the movie. Like, I think the first time I watched it, I was so afraid with the music of the wolf that I have to, like, live that again and again and again. And I think that was it. Yeah.
Well, Margot, you said that Nellie is the character you most identify with. Nellie does some shady things. Are you trying to tell us something?
What have you done?
She's definitely the character I'm probably most close to. It's tricky to explain. I think she's definitely took the most from me, and maybe I put some of myself in her, but I didn't think we had a lot in common. But all my, girlfriends saw the movie last night and they're like, it's totally you. And I was like, that's insulting. That's a little bit...
How offensive.
That's not a good thing. They were like, you would do all that. I was like, I wouldn't do any of those things. She's unhinged. And I'm not. No, but she definitely... We definitely do have some crossover, but no, in a lot of ways, thankfully, we're not alike. But I think she's always going to kind of have a special place in my heart, as will this film. I think this is the film I'm most proud of. Yeah.
There's a great scene where Nellie has to cry on cue. Can you do that in real life? Did you learn that on Neighbours?
I did. I mean, I got a lot of practice on... I did over 300 episodes on Neighbours, so there
Donna,
was...
never forget, my
Donna,
queen.
right? Did you watch...
I was a big fan.
Sam's girlfriend's in the audience. Did you know that?
She has never come to watch me do the show, but she heard you were on, Donna, and she came straight in.
Donna's, yeah, I'm honoured.
Could you give us a few tips on how to cry? We all need an exit strategy, don't we, Sam? So, just give us some tips. Instruct me.
I just think of something sad. I know that sounds overly simple, but just try it. Think of something...
Has anyone got the promo handy?
Really sad. Right, come on. One
Trying to
tear.
pass a stone. Is it true you can cry out of one eye?
I was about to say, pick the eye that's closest to camera and let the tear drop.
Can you really control it, which eye it comes out of?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes.
I thought that was just eye drops.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
All right, let's practice in the ad break.
Yeah.
We all come back bawling and nobody knows
I know,
why.
everyone's like, they look awful.
Now, the chemistry between you two is absolutely electric. Did that feed into the friendship off screen as well?
Yeah, I mean, chemistry is such a weird thing to try to explain because it's very evident when it's there and it's very evident when it's not there, but you can't really pick and choose who you have chemistry with. So I was fortunate enough to be able to, read with a couple of actors who were all brilliant actors, but I don't know, there was something about... We were in Damien's backyard, he was filming it on his iPhone, and just as soon as he said action, it was just like... I don't know.
Yeah, and I have to say, I own this role to Margot because this moment, it was my first moment in LA, my first moment meeting Margot, my first day meeting Damien, and I was so nervous. And then, something magical happened, and then they cast me. So, Margot, thank you so much.
No, it was all you.
First day in LA, you landed this job.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think I skipped a little some steps.
I'm booking a flight right now. I'm going to go over there.
That easy.
The audition went so well, you ended up moving in with Margot and her husband as
Yeah,
well.
we were roomies for a little bit. It was great.
Yeah, thank you for that. No way.
What happened? Why?
It's a lonely place, Hollywood. And I was like the new kid. I didn't have so many friends at the moment. And I think Margot saw that and she said hey, you don't have to be alone playing cards by yourself, playing Pokemon by yourself. Maybe you can come and live with us.
Yeah.
Was Margot a good housemate? Can you review her for us? Did she do the dishes and everything that needed to be done? Clear out the fridge?
I'm a good housemate.
I fall in love with Belle, her pit bull.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was just amazing.
He was there for Belle. He didn't want to hang out with me. He just wanted to hang out with Belle. Do you know what? Actually, the only bad housemate habit, I think, was I didn't let him eat any of my Tim Tams because I only had one packet left and I knew I wasn't going to be home for a couple of months and no one was coming to visit for a couple of months. And I was like, you can touch anything in that. You can eat anything. Go and have everything in this house, just not that. Yeah. I even wrote on it. I was like, do not eat these.
With Sharpie label, Diego, no.
But Tim Tams are very Australian. Has Margot taught you any other Aussie slang? A few words we use?
Aussie. I learned Aussie.
Okay, well, that's a great start.
We're starting with the basics.
Okay.
Do you know what a Sheila is?
No, I didn't. What is? What is that?
What about dead horse?
A Sheila is a lady, like a. We're Sheilas. We would be Sheilas. Yeah.
And what I am then, so like, how do you call a boy?
You're a bloke or a fella?
Fella.
A bloke?
Yeah.
Fella.
Yeah.
Bloke. Okay.
Bloke. Probably a bloke.
Learning. I'm learning.
Have you ever eaten dead horse?
I what?
Have you ever eaten dead horse?
Oh, I haven't heard that.
This is a niche one.
This is from 1923.
Have you ever eaten dead horse?
Dead
Tomato
horse is-
sauce.
Tomato sauce, yeah.
I thought you were actually asking if you've eaten it. I was like, we don't do that. We don't do
I was
that.
like, that's not an Australian.
Yeah, like, welcome to Australia.
I've never heard that
I'm
before.
so
ever.
sorry, we're as confused as you.
Yeah. The entire cast of Babylon has been nominated for a SAG award. I've got to say, Diego, you have these nominations. You've only just started. Has this given you an unrealistic expectation of what a career is like in Hollywood? Because you've turned up and now all of a sudden it's awards left, right and centre.
Oof, I don't know. Everything has been like so like surreal. Honestly, the only thing I know is like todo lo que sube tiene que bajar. We say so. Everything that is going up at some moment should go down.
But that's a reasonable way of looking at Hollywood. Then, if anything, if it doesn't go that way, well, the only way is up. You know.
And I can always come back and live with you, no? Like if
Exactly.
everything goes wrong, like.
You're fine. Take care of it.
Exactly. What about, there's been so much hype obviously around the next film as well, Barbie. We've got to mention it in this interview. How do you bring such an iconic character to life like that?
But you know what's funny is we've been doing these interviews and Diego said the other day, he's like, so who's this Bobby person everyone Who is Bobby? Why does everyone keep asking you about Bobby? And I was like, Barbie. They're saying Barbie. The accent was
And I was
confusing
like,
him.
Bobby's probably like Margot's best friend or something.
Everyone's like, how's Barbie?
That's Bobby.
Bobby. No, it's gonna be amazing. I'll hopefully be back in a couple of months to tell you all about it.
We'll look forward to it. I'm looking forward to the Lycra, the Fluoro, the Ryan Gosling. Be great. Sorry, Margot.
What are you
I love
excited about? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
There's something for everyone in this film. Yeah.
So, Diego, what's next for you? How do you top this? You know, working in a major Hollywood film, getting all these award noms on your first go.
I don't know. I've been seeing Margot, for example, being so happy, being home, you know, here in Australia, that I want to go back to Mexico, work there. And I don't know, every time they want me in Los Angeles and in Hollywood, I will say yes, for sure. Yeah.
There's a Neighbours reboot happening, you know. There's a
That show
reboot
you
happening.
keep hearing about.
Oh, okay. I have to watch it too.
Yeah, you got
You
36
can work
years
on
to
it.
catch up on it.
We were talking about the Tim Tams earlier. I didn't want this show to end without you getting to try some Aussie snacks. So we've got a few here. Can we bring them over? These are some
I think these were
iconic-
all recommendations.
These are recommendations from you last night on the red carpet.
I know these ones.
We've been eating these all day. You had the smaller version of these today. But pods I wanted you to try. And look, you can finally have a Tim Tam.
Oh, you went straight in so quick.
Why have you chosen these iconic snacks,
Because
Margot?
I adore these.
So we've got burger rings.
And these are things you can't get when you're in England or America. You know, like you can get Vegemite and you can get like a few different things, but like Tim Tams, you can find that overseas. But these three, I don't know. This is
the
gold.
chicken crimpy also, is that what
Chicken
that...
crimpy.
Truly
There's always
one
a
of the
debate.
greatest.
I know everyone's got their favourite shape flavour. For me, chicken crimpy.
Yes. Have you now tried all of these
You've
things?
got to tell us
You've
what
got to
the Tim
take. You've got to
Tam
take the
tastes
whole
like.
bowl
It's a Tim
home with
Tam.
you.
He's liking the pods.
Okay,
You loved tiny
Try the
teddies today. You loved
The one that
tiny.
looks like peels without chocolate?
Yeah, Ovaltinis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
You
make
like
them
that?
drown in the milk? You got to put the tiny teddies in the milk, and then they swim in the milk, and then their little belly buttons get filled with milk. No.
He's only got
No.
a few days in his
Oh, okay, all right. Well, if you do it right.
Thing was bad.
No, you probably have
He's
like
still-
48 hours to eat a lot of things.
So someone mentioned a meat pie. He's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "I forgot a meat pie. I got to get you a meat pie, a sausage roll, chicken salt,
Coke, yeah.
frozen Coke, chopped tops. There's so much to do, Diego."
In the meantime, Babylon trumpets into cinemas this Thursday, January 19. Please thank Margot Robbie and Diego